Hello, dear friend. I am so glad you are here tonight. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. You are safe. You are here. And tonight, you are going on a journey, a long, gentle journey that will carry you away from the noise of the day, away from the thoughts that spin and circle, and into a place of deep, restful peace. There is no hurry. There is nowhere you need to be. No task waiting for you. No problem that needs solving right now. For the next hour, you can simply be. Simply breathe. Simply rest. Let's begin. You find yourself standing at the edge of a garden you've never seen before, yet somehow it feels like home, and the evening air is warm and soft against your skin, carrying with it the gentle scent of jasmine and lavender. Above you, the sky is painted in shades of deep purple and soft blue. As the last light of day fades into twilight, the sun has set, but its warmth still lingers in the air, wrapping around you like a gentle embrace. There is a path before you, made of smooth, pale stones that seem to glow faintly in the dimming light. Each stone is perfectly placed, worn smooth by time and countless footsteps before yours. You notice how they catch the last rays of light, reflecting a soft, pearlescent glow that guides your way forward. You don't need to rush. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. Just this moment, just this breath, just this one small step, and then another. You take your first step onto the path, and immediately you feel something shift. The weight you've been carrying, those thoughts that circle and spin, the worries that follow you into the night, the lists and plans and endless questions, they begin to feel lighter, not gone, but softer, like clouds drifting across a distant sky. You can still see them, but they're no longer pressing down on you. They're simply there, floating, drifting, gradually moving away. As you walk, you notice the garden around you in greater detail. On either side of the path, flowers bloom in colors you can barely name, deep indigos that seem to hold the depth of the evening sky, soft silvers that shimmer like moonlight on water, pale golds that glow with their own inner light, gentle greens that remind you of moss and forest shade. They sway slightly, though there is no wind. It's as if they're breathing with you, moving to the rhythm of your own quiet breath. The flowers seem aware of your presence. As you pass, they lean toward you ever so slightly, as if offering their silent blessing. Their fragrance mingles in the air, jasmine and lavender, yes, but also honeysuckle and night-blooming roses, vanilla, and something else you can't quite name. Something ancient and peaceful. Something that speaks of rest and safety and home. Between the flowers, you notice small pathways of moss, soft and green and inviting. Tiny mushrooms grow in fairy rings, their caps glowing faintly in the twilight. Smooth river stones are nestled among the roots, each one a different color: amber, jade, rose quartz, deep obsidian. It's as if someone has created this garden with infinite care, placing each element exactly where it needs to be. Above you, the first stars begin to appear. One by one, they pierce through the deepening blue of the sky. You pause for a moment to watch them emerge. There's Venus, bright and steady. There's the North Star, faithful and true. And there, stretching across the sky, the first faint traces of the Milky Way begin to show themselves. A river of light flowing through the darkness. You continue walking, your feet finding their rhythm on the path. Step, breathe. Step, breathe. There's a meditation in the walking itself. Each step releases something. Each breath makes room for peace. You hear water somewhere ahead, a gentle sound, like a whisper or a lullaby. It's not rushing or urgent. It's patient, constant, eternal. The sound calls to something deep within you, something that remembers how to rest, how to simply be. You follow it, your feet moving without effort, as if the path itself is guiding you, as if you're being drawn forward by something kind and wise. The path begins to wind now, curving gently through the garden. You pass beneath an archway covered in climbing roses, their petals soft and fragrant. Some are still in bloom, while others have begun to release their petals, which fall around you like gentle snow. You pause to catch one, and it rests in your palm for a moment. Velvet soft, perfectly formed, before the breeze carries it on its way. As you emerge from the rose archway, the garden opens up before you. The path widens, and on either side, ancient oak trees stand like gentle guardians. Their trunks are massive and strong, their branches spreading wide to create a canopy overhead. Through the leaves, you can see more stars now, countless stars, each one a tiny light in the vast darkness. Between the oak trees, lanterns hang from delicate chains. But these are not ordinary lanterns. They seem to be made of light itself, glowing with a soft, golden radiance that doesn't flicker or fade. They illuminate the path ahead without being too bright, casting a warm, welcoming glow that makes everything feel safe and sacred. You walk beneath the oak trees, taking your time. There's a deep sense of peace here, as if these trees have stood for hundreds of years, watching over this path, offering their protection to all who walk it. You reach out and touch one of the massive trunks. The bark is rough beneath your fingers, solid and real and ancient. You can almost feel the life within it, the slow, steady pulse of sap rising and falling, the deep roots reaching down into the earth. The sound of water grows closer now. You can hear it more clearly, a gentle lapping, a soft murmur, the quiet song of water meeting shore. The path curves once more, and the oak trees begin to thin. The lantern light grows softer, replaced by something else, a silvery glow that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. And then the garden opens up completely, and before you lies a lake so still it could be made of glass. The lake stretches out before you, vast and peaceful. The surface is perfectly calm, not a ripple disturbing its mirror-like face. Above, the sky has deepened into full night, and now thousands of stars shine down, each one reflected in the water below. It's as if you're standing between two skies, two infinite expanses of light and darkness, held in perfect balance. The shore where you stand is soft with fine sand, cool beneath your feet. Here and there, smooth stones rest at the water's edge, each one polished by time and water until it gleams. You bend down and pick one up. It fits perfectly in your palm, smooth and heavy, and somehow comforting. You hold it for a moment, feeling its coolness, its solidity, before gently placing it back where you found it. At the edge of the lake, just where the water meets the shore, you see it, a small wooden boat, painted white. It gleams in the starlight, looking both ancient and newly made. Soft cushions line its interior, covered in deep blue fabric that matches the evening sky. The boat is tied to a small post with a rope that looks like it's woven from silver thread. You approach the boat slowly, taking in every detail. Its wood is smooth and weathered, beautiful in the way that only old, well-loved things can be. Someone has carved patterns along its sides, swirls and spirals, stars and waves, symbols you don't quite recognize, but that feel meaningful nonetheless. You step into the boat, and it doesn't rock or sway. It simply holds you, steady and sure. The cushions are soft beneath you, exactly the right firmness, exactly the right warmth. As you settle in, arranging yourself comfortably, you notice a soft blanket folded at one end. You pull it over yourself, and it's like being wrapped in cloud or moonlight. Weightless, but warm, gentle, but secure. Without any action from you, the rope unties itself, slipping free from the post with a soft whisper. The boat begins to drift, moving of its own accord across the silent water. There is no oar. There's no need. The lake knows where to take you. The boat knows the way. As you glide across the water, you feel yourself sinking deeper into the cushions, deeper into relaxation. The boat moves so smoothly, it's almost as if you're floating on air rather than water. The only sound is the gentlest lapping of water against the boat's sides. A rhythmic, soothing sound that matches the rhythm of your breathing. You notice how quiet everything has become. The thoughts that usually fill your mind, the lists, the plans, the what-ifs and should-haves, the replays of conversations, the worries about tomorrow, they're still there, but they're distant now, like voices from another room, too far away to make out the words, like clouds on a far horizon, present but no longer pressing. You don't need to push them away. You don't need to fight them or argue with them or try to solve them. You simply let them be as you let yourself be carried across this calm, starlit water. The boat knows where it's going. You can trust it. You can rest. Above you, the stars continue to multiply. The Milky Way is fully visible now, a river of light flowing across the darkness. You've never seen so many stars. They seem close enough to touch, close enough to whisper their ancient, quiet secrets. Some are blue-white and brilliant. Others are golden, warm. A few glow with a reddish hue, like embers. Together they create a tapestry of light that spans the entire sky. You watch them as the boat drifts, tracing patterns and constellations. There's Orion, the hunter, his belt 3 bright stars in a row. There's the Big Dipper, pointing the way to the North Star. There's Cassiopeia, lounging across the sky in her celestial chair. And there, low on the horizon, you catch sight of a planet, Jupiter perhaps, or Saturn, shining steady and bright, not twinkling like the stars. The boat continues its lazy journey across the lake, moving in gentle curves and spirals. There's no straight line here, no rush to reach the other side. The journey itself is the destination. Each moment on this water is exactly where you need to be. As you float, you become aware of the water beneath you. Though you can't see through it, it's too dark, too deep. You can sense its presence, cool and vast and ancient. This lake has been here for ages, you realize? It has held countless boats, reflected countless skies, offered its peace to countless travelers. You are not the first to make this journey, and you won't be the last. There's comfort in that. You are part of something larger, something eternal. The temperature is perfect, not too warm, not too cool. The air holds you gently, and the blanket keeps you just warm enough. Everything is calibrated for comfort, for rest, for peace. Your body begins to relax in ways you didn't even know it was tense. Your jaw unclenches. Your shoulders drop. Your hands, which were perhaps gripping the edge of the cushion, relax and rest softly at your sides. You notice your breathing has changed. It's slower now, deeper, more natural. You're not trying to control it. It's simply happening, as breathing does when a body finally feels safe enough to let go. In and out. In and out. Like the gentle lapping of water against the boat. Like the slow turning of the stars overhead. Time loses its meaning here. You might have been floating for minutes or hours. It doesn't matter. There are no clocks here, no schedules, no deadlines. There is only this eternal now, this peaceful present, this moment of perfect rest. And then, gradually, you become aware of a soft glow in the distance. At first, you think it might be the moon rising, but no, the moon is already up, a silver crescent high in the sky. This light is different. It's closer to the water, closer to the shore. It's gentle and welcoming, like candlelight or the glow of fireflies. The boat, as if sensing your awareness, begins to drift toward the light. As you draw closer, you start to make out details. The far shore is coming into view, and it's unlike anything you've seen before. The shore ahead is covered in night-blooming flowers. Moonflowers, dozens, no, hundreds of them. Their white petals are open wide to the darkness, each blossom as large as your hand. They glow with their own soft luminescence, creating a garden of living light. The effect is breathtaking. It's as if the stars have come down from the sky and taken root in the earth. As the boat draws nearer, you can smell them, a fragrance so sweet and so peaceful that just breathing it in makes your shoulders drop even further, makes your jaw unclench completely, makes any remaining tension dissolve like mist in the morning sun. It's the scent of peace itself, if peace had a fragrance. It's the smell of safety and home and everything soft and good. The boat comes to rest at the shore, so gently you barely feel it stop. For a moment, you simply sit there, wrapped in your blanket, gazing at the moonflowers. They seem to pulse softly with light, breathing in rhythm with you. Some of the flowers are fully open, their petals spread wide. Others are just beginning to unfurl, their edges still curled with the memory of daylight. A few are still closed, saving their beauty for later in the night. When you're ready, and there's no rush, take all the time you need. You step out of the boat onto the shore. Your feet meet soft grass, cool and damp with evening dew. The grass is thick and lush, bending gently beneath your weight. Between the blades, you notice tiny white flowers, no bigger than your fingernail, adding their own subtle light to the moonflower glow. You take a few steps onto the shore, and the moonflowers seem to lean toward you, welcoming you to their garden. The path continues here, winding through the luminous blooms. You can see it stretching ahead, no longer made of stone, but of soft moss that glows faintly green in the starlight. As you walk through the moonflower garden, you notice other details. Here and there, small stones with strange symbols rest among the flowers. They look ancient, weathered by time, but the symbols are still clear. Spirals and circles, crescents and stars, patterns that speak of something old and wise and peaceful. Between the moonflowers, night-blooming jasmine grows in cascading vines. Its small white blossoms add their fragrance to the air, sweet and delicate. Moths with pale wings flutter from flower to flower, silent and graceful. They don't seem startled by your presence. One lands on your hand for a moment, its wings slowly opening and closing before it continues on its way. You pass a small pool of water, perfectly round, nestled among the flowers. Its surface is still and clear, reflecting the stars above. You pause to look into it and see your own reflection gazing back at you. But you look different somehow, peaceful, relaxed. The worry lines that usually crease your forehead are smooth. Your eyes are soft and calm. You look like someone who has found their way home. The path continues on, leading you deeper into the garden. The moonflowers gradually give way to other night-blooming plants. Evening primrose with their delicate yellow blooms, night phlox with star-shaped flowers, datura with its large trumpet-shaped blossoms, mysterious and beautiful. And then you come to them, the willows. A grove of willow trees stands ahead, their long branches swaying like curtains in the gentlest breeze. You hadn't noticed any wind before, but here it moves, soft as a whisper, cool as a blessing. The willow branches reach down almost to the ground, creating a natural curtain, a threshold to something sacred. You step through the hanging branches, and it's like entering another world. Inside the willow grove, the light is different, softer, greener, filtered through thousands of leaves. The branches create a canopy overhead, and through them, you can still see the stars. But they're gentler now, their light diffused and dreamlike. The ground beneath the willows is covered in soft moss, thick and springy beneath your feet. Here and there, ferns unfurl their delicate fronds. Small white mushrooms glow faintly in the shadows. The air smells of earth and growing things, of life and peace and ancient wisdom. There are several willow trees in the grove, their trunks massive and gnarled with age. You walk among them slowly, trailing your fingers along their bark. It's rough and real beneath your touch, grounding you in this moment, in this place. As you walk, something interesting happens. Each time you pass beneath a willow's hanging branches, you feel something release. A thought that's been troubling you finds itself gently caught in the leaves, held there safely while you continue on. The worry about tomorrow, caught in the first willow, suspended there like a dewdrop on a leaf, no longer your burden to carry. The replay of today's conversation, caught in the second willow, held gently in its branches, transformed from a sharp-edged anxiety into just another memory, just another moment that's now past. The fear about next week, next month, next year, caught in the third willow, cradled in its leaves like a bird in a nest, no longer pressing down on your chest, no longer stealing your peace. One by one, The thoughts that followed you here find their resting places in the willows, not destroyed, not fought, not pushed away, simply held, gently caught and kept safe while you continue your journey. The willows are ancient and strong. They can hold these thoughts for you. You don't need to carry them anymore. Not tonight. As you walk through the grove, you feel yourself becoming lighter with each step. The weight you've been carrying, some of it for days, some for months, some for years, is being lifted branch by branch, tree by tree. Your shoulders rise, your spine straightens, your head lifts. You can breathe more deeply here. In the center of the grove, there's a small clearing. The moss is especially thick here, especially soft. A few large, flat stones rest in a circle, worn smooth by time and water. They look like seats, like gathering places. You imagine that others have come here before, seeking what you seek, finding what you're about to find. You continue through the grove, in no hurry. The willows seem endless, but in a comforting way. You could walk here forever, releasing thought after thought, worry after worry, letting each one find its place in the branches. But eventually, you see light ahead. Not the moonflower light you left behind, but something new, something warm and golden and deeply peaceful. The willow branches begin to thin. The path continues forward, leading you toward the light. You take the last few steps through the grove, feeling the soft willow leaves brush against your face, like a gentle goodbye, like a blessing. And then you step out of the willows, and you find yourself in a clearing unlike any you've ever seen. The clearing is circular, embraced by trees on all sides. The ground is covered in the softest moss you've ever felt, like velvet, like silk, like walking on clouds. Here and there, flower petals have fallen. Rose petals, lily petals, petals of flowers you can't name, creating a natural carpet of color and softness. Above, the sky is fully visible, an endless expanse of stars and darkness, held in perfect balance. The Milky Way stretches overhead, like a bridge between worlds, like a river of light flowing through the cosmos. And in the very center of the clearing, there is a bed. It's unlike any bed you've ever seen, not quite real, not quite dream. It seems to be made of moss and flower petals, but also of something else, something you can't quite define. Light, perhaps. Peace, perhaps. Rest made manifest. The bed glows with a faint, warm light from within, as if it contains its own gentle sun. Around it, fireflies dance in lazy circles, their lights blinking on and off, like tiny contented thoughts. Slowly blinking, peacefully drifting. No pattern, no purpose, just simple existence. As you approach the bed, you notice its details. The moss that forms its base is impossibly soft, green, and living, and welcoming. The flower petals that cover it are fresh and perfect. Roses, jasmine, lavender, moonflowers. They've arranged themselves in swirls and patterns. Beautiful but not perfect. Natural but somehow intentional. At the head of the bed, there are pillows, soft and white, and filled with down or clouds or dreams. A blanket rests at the foot, woven from threads of starlight and moonbeam, or so it seems. It's the color of twilight, the color of deep water, the color of peace itself. You know, without question, that this bed is for you. You know that when you lie down here, everything will be exactly as it should be. All the walking, all the floating, all the releasing. It is led here, to this place, to this rest, to this peace. You approach it slowly, gratefully, taking in every detail. The fireflies seem to welcome you, their lights pulsing a little brighter as you draw near. The bed seems to recognize you, to have been waiting for you, perhaps for a very long time. You sit on the edge first, and it's perfect. Not too soft, not too firm, just right. The moss compresses gently beneath you, supporting you, holding you. The flower petals release their fragrance, gentle, sweet, peaceful. You swing your legs up onto the bed, and it's like coming home after a very long journey. Every muscle in your body sighs with relief. You reach for the blanket and pull it over yourself, and it's like being wrapped in twilight itself, in the soft darkness that falls between day and night, in that perfect moment when the world takes its breath and prepares for rest. You settle your head on the pillow, and it cradles you perfectly, supporting your neck, allowing your head to rest fully. There's no tension, no straining, no searching for the right position. You're simply held exactly as you are. As you lie there, you become aware of the earth beneath you, solid and real and ancient. You can feel it holding you, supporting you, offering its strength. The bed, the moss, the flower petals, they're all part of the earth, and you are part of them. You are held by something vast and patient and infinitely kind. The fireflies continue their gentle dance, but slower now, their lights dimming slightly. They're settling too, finding their own places to rest. Some land on nearby flowers, folding their wings. Others find perches in the branches of the trees at the clearing's edge. Their lights blink slowly, peacefully, like stars being born and dying in some distant galaxy. Above you, the stars continue their ancient watch, but they seem softer now, more distant. Not in a cold way, but in a peaceful way. They're giving you space to rest, stepping back was so you can sink into sleep without feeling watched or observed. The night air is perfect against your face, cool but not cold, fresh but not brisk. It carries with it all the scents of the journey you've taken, the garden flowers, the lake water, the moonflowers, the willow grove. All of it mingles into one perfect fragrance, the scent of peace, the scent of home, the scent of rest. Your breathing has slowed even further. Each breath is deep and easy, natural and unforced, in and out, in and out, like the gentle rhythm of waves on a distant shore, like the slow turning of the earth itself. You feel your body sinking deeper into the bed, deeper into the moss and petals, deeper into the earth itself. It's not frightening, it's welcoming. It's like being embraced by something infinitely larger than yourself, something that wants only your well-being, your peace, your rest. The thoughts that chased you here, they're all caught now, all held safely in the willow branches. The worries that followed you through the day, they've been left on the shore of the lake to be carried away by morning light. The anxieties that usually steal your sleep, they've dissolved in the moonflower fragrance, transformed into something harmless, something distant, something that no longer has power over you. You are safe here, completely safe. Nothing can harm you in this place. The trees stand guard around the clearing. The earth holds you gently. The stars watch over you with ancient, patient love. You are held, truly held, not just by the bed or the moss or the earth, but by something vast and kind that you don't need to name, something that has always been here, always will be here, waiting patiently for you to find your way to rest. The fireflies are nearly still now, their lights dim and peaceful. The breeze has faded to almost nothing. Even the trees seem to be holding their breath, not wanting to disturb your peace. Your breathing continues its slow rhythm. Your heartbeat is calm and steady. Your body is completely relaxed, every muscle released, every tension gone. You feel yourself drifting now, not into worry, not into tomorrow, not into the endless cycle of thoughts and plans and replays, but into something else, something deeper, something that has been waiting for you all along. The gentle, welcoming arms of sleep, sleep that comes like a friend, like a blessing, like a long-awaited homecoming. Your eyes, which have been closed for some time now, grow heavier still. There's no need to open them. There's nothing you need to see. Everything you need is right here, in this moment, in this place, in this perfect, peaceful rest. The bed continues to hold you. The earth continues to support you. The night continues to embrace you. And you, at last, let yourself simply be. Simply rest. Simply sleep. The garden will be here when you wake. The lake will be here. The boat, the willows, the moonflowers, all of it will be here, waiting patiently for your return. But that's tomorrow's concern, or next week's, or never's. For now, there's only this: the soft bed beneath you, the gentle blanket over you, the quiet night around you, and the deep, peaceful rest that finally comes. Your body is completely still now. Your breathing is so slow and gentle, it's almost imperceptible. Your mind, which has been racing for so long, has finally found its quiet center, its place of rest. The last firefly dims its light, blinking once, twice, then settling into darkness. The stars above continue their vigil, but they seem far away now, seen through the veils of sleep. The earth turns slowly, carrying you through the night, holding you safe as you journey through dreams. And you sleep, deep, restful, healing sleep, the sleep of the peaceful, the sleep of the blessed, the sleep of those who have finally found their way home. Sleep well, dear traveler. Your journey is complete. Your rest has begun. The night is long and kind, and it holds you gently until morning comes. But morning is far away, so very far away. For now, there is only sleep, only peace, only rest. Good night, dear one. Sleep deep, sleep well, sleep